Sweet, I'm live now. I don't know, I just thought this would be better so I don't have to actually edit and export anything. Yeah, it's online now. You're just telling me it's offline. So I'm just gonna make sure that I have it up so I know what's going on. I have a lot going on right now. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up a project to show you kind of, I have two Adobes. I don't want to open this Adobe. So I have Adobe Premiere Pro CC. This is the one that I'm gonna recommend to you. So I'll show you kind of what I'm doing. My setup on my GH4 right now is I'm shooting the style. Like I'm shooting on the custom, like the C1, C2, C3 settings. And then the style that I'm using, if you go into photo style, I'm using the Cine D with -5 contrast, -5 sharpness, +5 noise reduction, 0 saturation, and 0 hue. Obviously, I'm shooting in 4K. It's pretty much all I shoot in. I'm just gonna check on the stream because you're saying, what the fuck? This is so painful. Back. You're probably trying to get a hold of an old stream right now. I'm just gonna end this one. Oh, what a night. Oh, here we fucking go. Here we go. I'm just gonna link you on Facebook on my other monitor right now. Okay, let me know when you're here. That should work. That should be working. It says live on my end, so let me know when you're here. Dun 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 dun. I don't know what the delay is set at. Okay, sweet, it's working. Okay, so as I was saying before, I am in a project right now. This is Adobe CC. This is what I recommend to use because in Adobe CC, you can see this is the ungraded cabin footage. I'll quickly import the actual cabin video. Where the fuck? Videos, here it is. The actual abandoned cabin video, and I'll just overlay it on top just so I can pop back and forth to it. So there you go. I'll make it so you can't see this shit. Up. So there's the ungraded versus the graded, and I'll show you kind of how I get to that. In Adobe CC, you have these Lumetri presets, which are like presets as in the presets you would get on like Visco or Instagram. And these are the presets that you have to choose from. There's all this shit. I end up using the same one. I use CineSpace 100 for my GH4 footage. The GH4 shit ass that I use, I'm usually set up on the photo style Cine D, as you mentioned. That's what you're using. Motherfucker. And then the photo style, I use -5 contrast, -5 sharpness, +5 noise reduction, and then 0 saturation. Those are obviously preference, but anyways, once you have your footage, I'll show you kind of how you get to that. You download Adobe CC, and then what I do when I'm doing color correction, go into this little color, and you can see there's the effects here. I have this opened up so I can apply the filter. So I'll go ahead and drag this filter onto the blank, and right away, I don't even think I put that on. Right away, you're gonna see it changes it drastically. There's this clip, And then what you're going to do is you're going to go over to the right side in Adobe CC, and you can adjust it again even more. I usually leave that because my exposures are pretty good usually, unless I'm like, if you go further in the video, you'll see when we're actually in the cabin, it's really fucking dark inside the cabin. So I had to match it up so it wasn't as dark. If I could find some footage where I'm actually inside. Oh, okay, yeah, no. I'm just gonna get rid of this fucking audio right now. So no audio, there we go. Where is it? Where I first started walking in the cabin and it was really dark in there. This is also an unfinished edit. Oh, here we go. So if you look at the first footage from me walking in, it's really dark. And then if you go into this footage, oh, it's not lined up quite properly. You can see it's a bit lighter. Obviously it's noisy, but it's a bit lighter. Anyways, so you go back. I'm getting off track here. If you go back, this is the first clip I've put on where I've actually put a filter on, a CineSpace 100 LUT, it's called. Obviously, you know that. The contrast, you adjust it. And then what I end up doing is I just say I like this. I'll end up just copying this, like copy paste. You can copy, and then you go over to the next one. Like I'll go through and do every single one by one. I'll go from start to finish on each of my projects, and I'll go through and like once I've color corrected this clip, I'll end up throwing that LUT onto the next clip. Feel free to ask any questions too, but I'll throw this exact same thing that I did on this one, and you can see it just changed it right away. All I did was just Control V or Command V that you would do on your Mac, and then you go to the next one. If you're happy with that, you go to the next one, and then copy, and then copy. Obviously, if you're going from one clip to another, it might be in different locations. There might be a little bit of small adjustments that you'll make to these bars over here just to make it match from each clip. So like if that looks kind of dark and then I apply it to this and this looks kind of light, obviously I'll up the highlights or whatever it may be, the whites, and I'll just try and make it match as best I can. All of these are kind of in the same location, same amount of light, so I don't need to change it, dog shit. So, and then once we finally get going into the forest, you'll see like obviously it gets a bit darker up here, wherever it is, or this is a bit lighter, whatever it may be. Anyways, you get the point. The presets are pretty much all I use. I have it set up so like I've fooled around with them. There's so much you can do with it, but I'm pretty satisfied with the way this makes my footage look, so I don't really need to change much about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I don't know, hopefully this is somewhat helpful. Yeah, there is presets built in. So these LUTs, these Lumetri presets that I'm fooling with, these are built into Adobe CC. They aren't built into Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. That's why like I have Premiere Pro CS6 here. I have Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2015, and that's, like I said, that's what I recommend to download. And I'll show you. I don't even know. I think last time I looked, Pirate Bay was down. Dun, dun, dun. So you can see right there, Mac OS, like instantly. I'll send that to you right now. There you go. So right away you can find it. The download is kind of, no, yeah, you'll get it. Yeah, I don't really know. I accidentally clicked on poker. I don't want to play poker right now, no thanks. There's so many different ways to color correct. I just like color correcting in Adobe because it gets rid of a lot of extra work that I feel is unnecessary. I did not buy it. I don't know if I answered that, but when you're installing the torrent, the way to install it is to do it. You disconnect your laptop or your computer from the internet, and you install it, and then you put in it's kind of a process, honestly. I just YouTube tutorials. If you get confused about it, there's so many out there. Science. Stop it. I don't know if I answered any of your questions, so let me know. Hopefully I answered some of them. But download Adobe CC, and then like you said, you've been using iMovie. All this is iMovie is just the same thing as this. Or what? I'll make it less confusing. Up. So this is literally iMovie. Like, it's just, that's all it is. It's just that, and then there's an additional audio track. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You are welcome. I'm gonna close this, and if you want me to do this again, like, I'm willing to, or yeah, I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna go watch Chelsea get her eyelashes done and bother the girls. So let me know if you have any other questions. I don't know. I don't mind talking. I like talking. And if I can be of help to you, and if you're going to be doing this and you show me that you're interested, I'm more than happy to do this sort of thing. I love it. I love helping. So just, yeah, you know how to get a hold of me anytime. I'll talk to you soon.